Okay, welcome back to the Ferguson home. We're so glad to have you. If you have not subscribed, subscribe to our channel, and we just love this community. And welcome to this community of couples who are just, okay, I cannot do this. I hate this part. You say welcome back. You do it. Okay.
Welcome, guys, to this episode of the Ferguson home. I'm here with Barie today, and we're going to be talking about stress, anxiety, and depression in a 16-year-old child.
Good job. Okay, he covered it. So here we go. You ready? This is Meet the Family series, and so today you're going to meet our 16-year-old son. He's the second in the lineup, and he's special. It's funny because
I don't do that anymore. No,
they tease.
Cut.
No, they tease him. Kamden gets teased that he is the adopted one in our family because he's the only one with dark hair, and pretty much that's it. You're a goofball. What else about you?
When's my cue to talk?
Talk now.
Okay.
I'm not answering. Don't answer the questions yet.
So number one is siblings.
No, stop. I haven't asked the questions yet. Oh my gosh, he's gonna make this hard on me. Okay, so Kamden, your episode is about how you have really battled through anxiety and depression, and then come through so much stronger, and just such a joy to be around. The first season, he was not a joy to be around. It was very hard in our home. So tell us a little bit, what were some of the warning signs that just started happening over and over and again until we okay, something's got to give?
So when I first started to notice I was struggling mentally, it came with a lot of anger issues and a lot of stress. And I was very paranoid at night. I was always getting really quick to be angry at my siblings, at my parents, just a bunch of random little things. And those were kind of the first few signs for me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, agitated, and you had told me too, you just weren't enjoying life, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so we noticed that because there was started to be a lot of tension in our home, and he was just, it wasn't the normal peaceful environment. We have sibling bickering, but not like we were experiencing. And so finally one night it just came to a head, and Kamden said, something's not right. So now that we knew what was going on, what were some of the first steps? You remember what are some things that we did immediately?
So first we went to talk to a therapist, and we also set up an appointment with the psychiatrist. And
now those are two different things. So the counselor was great to help, for you to just process with someone who was unbiased to our home life, right? And you felt comfortable with, and to help give you tools. Okay, if you find yourself in this situation, these are some things you can do, right?
Yes.
But sometimes that's enough. In your case, the counselor was the counselor was agreeing with us that wasn't just enough, that we might need to also go see a psychiatrist. The psychiatrist is more than one who will determine if your child needs or adolescent needs medication. So in Kamden's case, he did. And so, we did a combo of that.
So I took medicine.
Yeah, and that took a little while to get on the right dosage, right?
Yes, it was like a slow build up. We started small and then kept building up until it was a noticeable change in my attitude and behavior.
Yeah, and where you just were able to sleep at night. And so, it helped break the cycle. And it was really informative to me as a parent to understand why he needed the medicine also. And so for those of you who might be like, I don't want to put my kids on medicine, and I'm not a doctor, and I don't want to encourage you one way or the other, but here's our story that they explained to us, is that sometimes the chemical balance, so for him, serotonin, there wasn't enough of it. And so when you get on medicine, it's like a field that has these grooves, these paths that animals take all the time. And you want to create new pathways. And so basically that medicine helps to give it like a serotonin wash, so that then you can create new pathways that are healthier responses to stuff. And so if you're a medical doctor, you comment and just clarify anything that I messed up there, but that was my parent way of understanding the process. And they said at the beginning, hey, he's going to need to be on it for at least a year before those new pathways could be established. So in Kamden's case, it was right at a year, right?
Mm-hmm. So I took the medicine for about a year and noticed that I was enjoying life more, and I decided to take a break and see how that would go. Mm-hmm. And after just a little bit of being off the medicine, I instantly started going back to my old habits where I just hated life, was being super angry all the time, a lot of anxiety. And so then quickly went back on it, and that helped out a lot for the time being.
And what I remember about that is I was grateful that you allowed your dad and I space to speak into your life, and to, like, you didn't get upset when we came to you and said, hey, like, something's going on, you're not yourself again, and that you just listened to our advice, got back on it. But then pretty quickly after that, you wanted to try again. Mm-hmm. And as parents, and here he is. I mean, he's an older teenager. We wanted to give him that freedom, because it was him having to take the medicine, to say, I want to try getting off of it again. So you did, and that one was a success, right?
Yes. So I went off of the medicine again, and this time I noticed that I didn't jump back quickly to being all negative again. That I was still feeling fine, and that's continued even till now, just feeling great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so what are some of the things, like, really quick, I wanted to share too. So besides the counseling and the psychiatrist, and that's for a season. So I think for parents, you can panic. It can be, like, how long will this be? Is this a forever thing? In Kamden's story, it was not a forever thing. It was temporary, like a year and a half. But the other thing that we also did is we pulled him out of school. So this was his middle school years. And middle school's hard for so many kids anyways. And it was particularly hard for Kamden. And so the first thing that we did, besides the counseling and going to the psychiatrist, is pulled him out. And just to give y'all encouragement, if you have a kid who's really struggling in middle school, that's a season, and there are so many programs. So if you are a single parent, if you work full-time, like, they're pretty much independent. So there's just so many options. Please comment, message if you want help in that, just to start the search process. But you don't have to, you're not going to all of a sudden become their teacher. So we used a Becca for You, and it was an online school basically, right?
Yes.
And that just gave him the time and the space to be at home in a safe place, kind of get his bearings again, for me to have more time with him during the day. So all that was great. And then was it 8th grade that you said, I want to go back?
No, 7th. It was halfway into 7th grade, the spring semester.
Okay.
I said I wanted to go back because homeschool was really good, just being by myself and get my mental health back to a good state. Mm-hmm. But I was also missing the social interactions, even though I had like a co-op and everything. I was just missing seeing friends a lot, and just missing out on that aspect of life. Mm-hmm. So I went back, and it wasn't great at first, but I was motivated to get back into the rhythm, and make some new friends, and I did. And the rest of 7th grade went great.
In 8th grade.
Oh yeah, in 8th grade.
And so now Kamden's a junior in high school, and he's thriving. Like, he loves high school, has a good group of friends, and just enjoys life. So hopefully this video encourages you as parents. If you are just hurting for your kids and you're just anxious and not knowing how to help them, that just take the practical steps. Know it's a season. The season won't last forever. Get them the help they need. Be all in with them for that season, and then look forward to a time where they will be healthy, right? Mm-hmm. And do whatever's necessary right now to get them to that place. And if you're a student, a high school student or middle school student watching this, just know you're not alone. And we did not make Kamden do this video because we know it's really hard for teenagers to talk about this. But the truth is, especially coming out of COVID, there are so many middle school and high school students dealing with depression and anxiety. And it should not be a topic we don't discuss. And you shouldn't be embarrassed by it. It's not anything to be ashamed about. So many adults battle it. And so just know, like, you're fine and you're going to be fine. But there are seasons where physically we have ailments that we need to take medicine, and there's seasons where mentally we have ailments and we need to take a medicine, and all of that, like, we need to care for the whole person, and just keep fighting. It's worth it. And talk about it. So let's end on a fun deal after that hard conversation. You ready?
Yes.
I'm going to ask all my kids, or I am asking all my kids in this series the same question. So here we go. Ready? All right. What's your favorite thing or part of living in a large family?
Having a lot of siblings, so there's always someone to hang out with or do something with.
Yeah. Okay. On the flip side, what's the hardest part about being in a large family?
Having siblings.
Why?
Just, habits developed by the older one who lives like a slob. And then,
Because you
sharing
share
a room
room,
with
yeah.
two other siblings.
Yeah, with 6 kids, especially because there's 5 boys, the boys have never experienced really living in their own room. So they have to learn. They're going to be great in college, though, because they're used to sharing a room, right? In fact, we went to visit a college campus, and we were laughing with our oldest that, like, you're going to have more privacy here than you've ever had your whole life growing up. So, yeah, college is going to be a happy place, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, next question. One thing that we do as your parents that makes you feel loved?
When they take me to get, like, coffee or take me to go eat somewhere.
Fast food.
Yeah.
Spending money on food for him.
Yeah.
Your love language. 100%. And I will say that amped up during your season. You remember that, of anxiety and depression, that I felt like that was the only way, because that provides you like a temporary sense of joy.
Yes.
And so you were asking for that all the time because you just wanted that immediate sense of joy, but then you would go back down pretty fast. But anyways, that was one of the things I noticed. Okay, one thing that we do that drives you crazy and might lead you to need counseling as an adult.
That you had so many kids and have to share a room.
So pretty much we blessed him, and we messed up his life by having lots of kids. I like it. And then here's the last part that I forgot to tell you about in advance. What would your best day include? Recording a video, right?
Like, best day ever?
Yeah, just say, okay, if I were to have my best day ever.
Oh, like if I was
right
to have
now.
one.
Yeah, what
not
would it
already
had? Yeah, things that you enjoy all in one day. What would it look like?
Shoot. Having a slow, relaxing morning.
Mm-hmm. No chores for the day.
Yeah, no chores, definitely. Getting to hang out with friends. Mm-hmm. Getting to play Xbox.
Chicken fettuccine Alfredo?
Yes, Alfredo pasta.
Yeah.
And then, ending the night with, like, pizza.
And family somewhere in there, yeah.